Hey folks, I'm Vixen. Today we're going to take a look at a new update for MoonBase by Steve Ford. So let's just load the game and see what's new. So here is our little base. I've got already something to begin with. We've got a bunch of place to make the food grow. Got the new sass here, which is going to have these little lights, which I can tell you what's going on here. So it's locked now, and it's working pretty well. I'll just get out of here. And I've been bringing the little workbench here so I can just actually walk here without dying, because I think last time I've been dying because of oxygen. I was walking outside and I was not able to just see what was happening because I was focused on these. Meanwhile, I'll just do that. Anyway, so our two new little objects are going to be the nav light, which is going to be very handy to not lose your way into the darkness at night. It's going to be quite handy. I'm going to make a bunch. And the second one is going to be the Jackhammer, which is going to enable you to make the area a lot easier to navigate. So let's just go around a bit. I've got my buggy, which is ready over there, and I've got the Jackhammer, which is hidden in this little thing. So let's just take it. I'm going to take the nav light as well, and I'm going to make a bunch more because it will be useful to see exactly how these are going to be useful. So what do we have? I've got only one plate, so I will need a bit more iron, I think. So we'll need to go around a bit with the buggy and see what we can do. The water supply is not working yet, so we'll see what it's going to be used to. And let's go around a bit. So one of the best new update of this new update is that now the area is a lot easier to navigate because only these things are going to block you. You can go over the craters and stuff. Let's just show it quickly. So this thing is not going to stop me anymore. I can go through it, and it's very, very handy. So just make a quick stop by the panel, so these will be running while I'm out. Alright, here we go. And then I might want to show you a bit of the jackhammer before we go. I've got a bunch of things to remove here. So let's just take it, and it's got a little, I really like the little object here, which is showing. It's just looking very, very cool. Plus with the animation, it's really, really nice. We get a bunch of rocks, and there is even ore. I didn't know about that. Very nice. So let's just remove a few more of these to see what we can gather from these. And I believe the rocks are going to be useful at some point. Not yet maybe, but at some point. So let's just grab these. I'm going to drop these rocks in there so we have enough space to... yeah, no, I'm cheating a bit here. Oh, wrong direction here. Okay, good. And let's just go a bit further and... oh, it's night. Very, very nice. It's going to be the perfect time to try this little navigation beacon. And I'm going to go a bit further than these rocks. I might even want to make a little bit of paths in between, so we can just actually continue that way. So I'm going to remove these. I should have just kept the rock. It was not making so much difference. Anyway, let's just remove these as well. I'm going to use one of my oxygen tank not to die here. I'll just be sure not to be in danger. And I'm going to add one of these little light over there. I think it's not going to use any energy, but let's just check. So it's making a little red glow here. And I believe maybe if I could just use each time a bunch of these to make a little arrow to indicate the base. Let's just remove a bunch of these so I can get enough to make a few more of these nav beacon. And for people which tend to get lost, it could be very handy, like me. Let's just see. So I want to make a few more of these plates and a bit more food, and we're going to do these beacons with a bunch of these. So how much can I do? 2. Not going to be enough, but better than nothing. We need to find more things. Okay, I'm going to let the panel just run by themselves, and I'm going to advance a bit more. So let's say I want to make... of course there is a map which is going to enable you to find your base back. It is the yellow thing here. But if you are a bit too far to see it, you can... and if you've been discovering all around, because for now there is arrow which is undiscovered, which is going to help me to locate my base. But if I was a bit too far, I could maybe use this thing to locate my base, and I could maybe do something like let's say something like this. Can I do some kind of arrow? It would be maybe easier if I was to change a bit the way. I could do that this way and remove the one in the middle. I just use my shovel here. It's not necessary. So with 3 I could maybe very well just show where the base is. Might be walking. I could do something like maybe add one over there to be sure that it's not pointing in any other direction. And how does it show on the map? I cannot see the map in the car. Not yet. Okay, it's not. It's showing brown. Ish. So let's go a bit further. And I feel like on the overall it's just a lot more enjoyable to navigate through this map because there is not so much bump as before. And I also think there is maybe a bit more resource as well. I'm finding a lot more of these, and I'm a lot less in danger, which is a good and a bad thing at the same time. And I need to eat something or I will die. I've got plenty, so it's not going to be such of an issue. And let's get a bunch of these, and we'll try to gather a bit more metal so we can actually make a few more of these beacon. I could just do a line. It would be maybe easier. I would know that I just need to follow the line to find the base back. It would be maybe a better way not to burn all this metal. Okay, let's go for these and see if there is any kind of thing in there. Or I could just drop these rocks to find my base back. It would be definitely walking, as you don't pick up things if you just throw them away. You will need to actually click on these, so it would definitely walk. I don't know if these things can disappear though. If it's disappearing, it's not going to work well. Now we need a shovel animation maybe. It would be cool. Because I don't think there is... I'm going to check so, but I don't think there is any... Oh yes, maybe there is. Maybe I was mistaken. Oh yes, there is. My mistake. It's a bit more like a pickaxe than a shovel, but I'm not going to be too picky. Okay, I feel like I'm walking a lot, so I'm actually starving a bit faster. So when you stay in the bath, it seems to be easier to just survive, but when you go around and you walk a lot, it seems to me you need a lot more food. Get a bunch of these. I would like to find a few more seeds if possible, so I can plant a few things into the base. I think I'm not exactly sure, but I think the rate at which the plants are growing is a bit different. Let's just go back. I've got my car, which might be around. Let's just take a look. Where was it? Oh, over there. Okay. And we might want to retrieve the beacon on the way. Let's just check and see how much light these are going to do. Not so much. It's relatively discreet. Let's just pick them up. I'm just going to keep maybe one here. Alright. And let's just go back to the base. I would definitely like to be able to store oxygen tank in the car, so I could maybe replenish my oxygen when I'm driving. It would be pretty nice. Okay, so I was about to plant things, and to plant things I need to make a bit of space, so I'm going to drop a few things in there. I'll just drop the rocks. I might also want to drop the components here, which are not going to be immediately useful. And I have plenty of ice, but I don't really need it right now, except for the 2 bottles I'm going to need. The 4 bottles I'm going to need to plant this thing. Alright. And let's just do that. I need plenty of these seeds, but I don't have so much. And we are lacking energy, which is a very bad time to do so. I've got 4 batteries and a bunch of solar panels, but if I'm not clearing these, it's never going to work. I think I need a lot more of these. I will need to expand a bit the solar panel area. And I quite like the fact that I can actually craft indoor. It would be nice to be able to put this thing into a room. I don't know if we can do it. I might want to try. You know what? I'm going to try to remove it, and we're going to try to put it on, but I don't think it's going to work. Wrong button here. Okay, so put that. And let's see if it's going to be working. No, it's not. But it would be very, very nice if we were able to craft indoor. In between. Let's just do it here and let's pretend it's just being indoor or something like that. Anyway, let's go around. Might not die because I've got plenty of food AC. It's almost already ready. I think just a bit more time it's going to be ready for consumption. Okay, so let's try to make a bunch of other knife beacon and try to make good use of these. I've got plenty of ore and it should be possible to make a bunch of other plates. Alright, we're going to ask also a bunch of these cable. Let's keep going that way, and I need probably a bit of food. I can do more, okay. Let's make as much space as possible in my inventory. Alright. I believe that I cannot probably place these when I'm driving, but we'll see. I might want to craft a bunch more, and I might also craft a few solar panel in case. It would be nice to maybe to see other source of energy, which would be maybe more reliable. So are we done with the plates? Not yet. There is still a bunch of these. And I'm going to ask for one of these. I might want to go for a few cables as well. I'm lacking one more of these. Okay, and here we go. We've got an extra panel here. Do I need anything else here? Maybe I will need a second vent at some point, but it is not really an emergency. I will probably need to maybe make more battery as well. Let's just make one more battery. And what am I lacking? Okay, done. Oh, we've got a few of these. Let's just so you see it's quite quick to do. So it's a bit easier to make this thing grow. The only issue is that you don't find so much seeds. Still, look at how much food I've got. I think I've got much more than before. And I was about to add a few batteries maybe. Let's see, how am I going to do that? Cleaning these panels is required. Okay, so I was about to make a second row. I'm lacking cables. Let's just do a bunch of cables. So cables, more wires, and more cables. Here we go. How much cost these? So yeah, the cost is pretty similar. So I was thinking about maybe making cables would be more efficient than making beacon, but no, it seems to be pretty much the same. So let's go for a bunch of this solar panel. Except I've got only one, so it's going to be just one. And I might want to make good use of this cable to make a second row of battery over there. A bit like that. Alright. Then I've got slightly more energy, and I should have the base still on when I'm going to come back, hopefully. So let's just go back to my little buggy here, and I might want to do something quickly before we go. Let's not leave without my oxygen supply full. And eat something also. Even though I can eat and drive, it's not going to be any issue, or at least it was not. And let's go and try to follow these beacons. I'm going to try to put... Oh, maybe I can do that. Can I can actually go over these things. So let's just go a bit further. We're going to keep adding these beacons. I'm going to add one over there. Can I? No, I need to get out of here. Okay, one more beacon. Let's go back to the... and... let's keep going. Oh, nice. We've got some of these. I'm going to make a brief stop to get these, because sometimes there is quite cool component in there. Yes, like this. So you can make a bunch of electronics basically for free. And I might want to gather a few things. I think the effect when you're gathering stuff, the little bits of metals which are around are new. And I think there is pretty much on all of these, yes, there is a few leaves which are just flying around with this. Here we've got a bit of ice which is jumping out of this little bits of ice. What else do we have around? Not so much. Let's go take the car and leave. And that way. See, it's just much easier to go through. Oh, what is this? New little hills? I don't know. And oh, I might want to maybe add a little bit of beacon because I'm a bit far now. So let's go with this. Let's make a brief stop. There is plenty of things here. I think on the average it's really there is so much more things around. And you can even actually remove this thing if you want to have a few extra resources. Except rocks are not going to fit in my pocket. Can I use the jackhammer to go for these? No, I cannot. I need the shovel. Alright. And go. And I'm not going to go as far as the last time, because first I'm going to die, and then it's not going to be very interesting, so I'm going to go back where I can try to expand slightly the base. And we'll see how it's going to... So it's quite cool because you don't really require to look at the map anymore. You know, if you just go straight, if you see the beacon, you are going to go back home soon. I will need to remove a bunch of these rocks if I want to be able to actually drive straight to the base without wondering too much how to avoid these. Here we go. I just park the car next to the garage here, and let's go back quickly before I die and eat something. Okay, alive. Do I want to drop a bunch of things? I think I might want to drop, let's say, the beacon, maybe the scrap metal, which are not going to be immediately useful, and that's basically all I need to drop. Let's just use the vegetable to make food. I'm not going to make any extra of this greenhouse because I can barely use this thing. I've got too many already. Still, I might want to add a bit of oxygen here. So let's just take a look. And I did not use these lights so much, so I could do it also. So we need... I think I've got things like this in my... First, let's dispose of the seed. So let's just go with 2 water units here, and let's craft one of these. Then I will... oh, did I take the cog? Nope. So I've got enough maybe. Alright, so what else do I need? I've got everything required. So let's just add one of these air cleaner. I think I'm going to produce more, so I will be able to replenish my oxygen supply faster. I'm going to move this thing a bit. Oh, no more energy. Not cool. Still, I can open these. And do I want to get out of here? For now, I'm really fine. There is still enough of oxygen to handle the issue here, but I'm going to maybe remove that. Add a second of these here. And where am I going to put the water supply? I'm not sure. I might just put it in the middle here, it would just fit. Let's just do it that way. It's not... oh. Let's see how we're going to handle that. Am I stuck here? I might be. Okay. So let's just remove this one here. So I can actually get out of here. And let's see how we're going to be able to reconnect these things. All fine. All fine. just remove that. It's always a bit of trouble to go around. And now our base seems to be slightly better, but I think we need to clear the solar panel because they are all dirty, so it's not working as usual. And okay, so now we've got 2 air cleaner. I've got a bit of water in the middle, which is not useful, but which will be. I've got also... Well, I might want to keep an access here because it's very useful to be able to go close to this one and just be able to store things. So let's see. You know what? I'm going to remove this vent for now. We're going to add a bit more of these, and we're going to add the vent afterward. But I'm going to rotate this thing so it's going to work properly. All right. Now we've got a bit which is slightly longer. And we got a bit of these plants that we can cook and eat, and we should do that because we are very hungry already. Alright, and just for the sake of it, I'm going to add a lamp. I've got... I'm lacking... I think I need a few more panels to make this thing run properly and to fill this battery before night, so might want to stick here and make a few of these. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to make these panels. I might want to go for a bit of these. How much am I lacking? Okay, okay, I need to go with these twice, so I can make 2 of these components, and I shall be good. Yes. And what do I need to make this thing happen here? 2 of these bars. Okay. And 2 wires, so I've got no now. I just bring the panel so it's going to begin to work. And I'm going to use my jackhammer to just see if there is a few bits of... Oh, I need to clean this thing. I need a drone to do that for me. Maybe not. Alright, can I get something to actually use? It would be very, very nice. So all my batteries are full. Need to add more battery, I think. And I've got a bunch of these, so I can make more space to increase the size of my base. Even though currently I'm not sure it's necessary to increase the base, there is not so much else to build for it to be more efficient. And I will still need to go around and try to find food. Because I cannot really efficiently grow anything in the base. I need to be able to either produce more seeds or find plants which might be able to produce more and maybe more often. Okay, I'm not finding much more of this thing. I should just maybe go around and try to find regular iron somewhere. Be much more efficient than just removing this thing, except removing this thing is going to make me just navigate much faster. Okay, so where am I going? It's already night, and oh, so we need a bit more, I think. With just 2, we need to make... I should have taken the buggy. No, I don't need this. I need this, but I don't need the other one. I'm quite far now. Let's just find some... I don't want to stray too far on the side because I would just get lost, even though I've got a map which make it irrelevant here, because with the map I should just very easily find my base back. Still. Okay, a bunch more of these and we'll go back because we are already quite far. I still got 2 oxygen tanks, so I'm not really in trouble, but still. Oh, nice. A bunch more here. I might want to eat and maybe get a bit more oxygen before I head back. If I forget about this, I will just die. Alright. let's head back to the base and see if we can finish the lamp, at least begin to make it. I could have topped all these, but it's not necessary, I think. Just need to cross this little area here and we'll be fine. Here we go. I need to add more beacons to be able to find my base back. I might want to go in there to craft, it's going to be easier. And let's get 2 of these. Alright, and a bunch of wire as well. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be possible because I don't have any space here. So let's just go and I don't have any water, so let's just drop the seeds in there, plus these, and this shall be good enough. So let's just get what was I going for? Wires. Okay, a bunch. And here we go. We got a lamp. I'm going to make a few more of these so I can put it somewhere else. Okay, and where am I going to put the lamp? I don't know. I could just put it in front of it, but let's just go that way. It's going to be more interesting. I might want to... it's going to be strange. Let's just make that a bit further. I'm going to add the lamp over there. And it should be connected, and it's working. So we got a nice little lamp. I think we've been going around all the things we can actually build right now in this version of the game. I don't think we can go through any other things. So guys, for this little version, it's going to be my base. So guys, thank you for watching. I'm going to conclude here. I hope you liked the video. If you do, please leave a like, a comment or subscribe. And until next time guys, have fun!